Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today is a really fun video. I love doing these types of videos where we test some fragrances. And today we're going to test some popular, a little bit hyped up gourmand scents. So this testing is dedicated to gourmands, which again, you know, I love. Now, let's start with the newest collection. And I guess at this point, it's not that new. I think it came out sometime last year, but it's relatively new from Stefan Humbert Lucas. And this is this collection with, really colorful bottles. I think there is like red and turquoise and white and brown, whatever. Those snake bottles with different colors. I've been really curious about this collection. Haven't been able to find any samples until now. And today I have two that we're going to talk about. Let's start with Scent Dance. This is the one that's I think in this brown bottle. Anyways, you'll be seeing the bottle here. So let's start with the notes. We have whiskey, coriander, mandarin orange, cacao, sandalwood, cashmeran, benzoin, styrax, tonka bean, cedar, and patchouli. So I didn't know what to think about this one. And in the opening, I definitely get whiskey with coriander, for sure. That's the opening of this fragrance. By the way, I applied, because I have all of these most of these in these dabber, vials. So I applied all of these to the blotter so we can save some time during the video. So Scent Dance, yes. Whiskey and coriander, that's what I get more than anything in the opening. I mean, whiskey is quite prominent, but I would say it's probably not as heavy as in something like Baronda, but it is there. Now, as this scent starts drying down, the whiskey kind of really goes to the background, if not disappears completely, and then I'm getting cacao and sandalwood and tonka bean and a little bit of woodiness, and actually a little bit of this mandarin orange. I don't get it in the opening, even though it's in the top notes. I get it a little bit later in the dry down. All of these things come out, and this scent becomes a little bit sweet. It's not overpoweringly sweet. It never gets to be too sweet, but it definitely has that really nice cacao, maybe light chocolate type of vibe, but with a lot of creaminess and a little bit of spiciness and some, mandarin that's, again, not too much. Like, it's not very prominent, but it just adds a little something to the scent. And overall, I would describe it as quite sensual. I think the scent is quite sensual, a little bit seductive. Yeah, that's what it makes me think of. So yeah, it's boozy, it's sweet. Like, see, even now already, I'm starting to get that cacao chocolate type of vibe. And at the moment, it is still mixing with whiskey. A little bit later in the dry down, for me, whiskey kind of disappears almost completely. So yeah, slightly gourmand, boozy type of scent. It's never overpowering. None of the elements are overpowering. They're quite subdued, but at the same time, they're not light. So I think it's a beautiful scent. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful combination of booze and chocolate and a little bit of spiciness. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful scent. I really enjoy it. Now, do I want a full bottle or not? I'm not sure at this point. There are quite a lot that I want, but it's definitely something that I'm going to keep in the back of my mind as something that I will continue to test. And yeah, I think this one is quite beautiful. Okay, Next one I have from the same collection is the one that comes in this beautiful kind of red, hot pink, I don't know what it looks like in real life, bottle, and that is Venom Incarnate. This was definitely one of the top fragrances that I wanted to try from this collection. I also really wanted to try the one in like a blue turquoise kind of bottle, but they just didn't have the sample when I was ordering these ones, so for now I don't have that one. But Venom Incarnate, let's look at the notes. We have wild strawberry, caramel, blackberry, raspberry, cedar, cinnamon, leather, patchouli, tonka, and vanilla. Interesting combination. I read on Fragrantica that a number of people compare this to La Capitale from Xerjoff because that fragrance also has like strawberry and some other, I think, berries, and it has leather. To me, I think they're quite different. They are quite different. This one to me is really not about strawberries, but about wild strawberries. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to really try wild strawberries or to smell them or to taste them, you know, but I ate quite a lot of them in my childhood. So I really know the difference between real strawberry and wild strawberry, and there is a difference. And this to me smells exactly like wild strawberries. Like they're, you know, they're smaller, and I find that usually they are a little bit more sour than regular strawberries, and just they have a slightly different aroma. And this is wild strawberries. So delicious. There is some sweetness in here, but I can't say exactly that it's caramel. I don't know. To me, it's not that easily identifiable. Whereas again, in La Capitale, it's clearly caramel, and it's quite sweet, and it's quite potent and dense. This scent is much airier, in my opinion. I do get a bit of patchouli, a little bit of woodiness, and leather. Yes, leather is definitely here, but this is a stunning leather. This is one of the nicest leathers that I've smelled. It's so, like, it's really high quality, really kind of smooth leather. Like, I don't know, like maybe on some high-end handbag you would have this kind of leather. I don't know, but it's beautiful. And in combination with these kind of sour wild strawberries and a little bit of sweetness, it just creates an absolutely scrumptious, delicious combination. So it's gorgeous. I love the scent. Oh my God, it's so intoxicating to me. I love. And to me, like I said, it is different from La Capitale. Yes, La Capitale has strawberries and raspberries, I think maybe some other fruits, and it does have leather, although I've always said that to me, I don't get leather. I actually get oud in that fragrance. So to me, leather in there smells more like oud, and caramel is very prominent, very sweet, very heavy. So overall, in my opinion, this is different from La Capitale. This is a standalone fragrance, and it's beautiful. Like, I think especially in the warm weather, there's something so bright about the scent. So like, I don't know, loud in a way, but like in the best possible way. I'm not sure how to describe it, but gorgeous wild strawberries with a little bit of sweetness and some really high-end leather. Stunning. This one I definitely want to add to my collection. I fell in love with this scent. Love it. Okay, next, let's talk about some vanilla scents that have been hyped up and talked about a lot in the last, I don't know, few months, let's say. First one of them is Escapade Gourmand from Maison Mataha. Now, I've been curious about it. As you can imagine, any new vanilla scent, you know, interests me because, you know, I love vanilla. But I wasn't prepared to blind buy it. I wanted to test it first. So I got a sample. Now, what's in this scent? So we have sugarcane, vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. And people speak so highly about this scent. It is vanilla. It is a little bit of musk. maybe a little bit of sugar, but like if I didn't see that sugar was included in the notes, I would just say vanilla. So kind of vanilla and musk. It has a little something, like it's gonna sound really strange, but it's like it has slight oily texture. Like that's what I'm getting, as if there was some oil added to it. Like, I don't know, it sounds strange, but I'm getting that kind of oily texture in this fragrance. The fragrance itself it's quiet. It's quiet. It's not loud. It's not projecting. It's not very strong. It's a quieter type of scent. So it's a musky vanilla. It reminds me of Tejota from Indult. Really, I think it's quite similar in my opinion. It's okay. It's nothing special. In my opinion, it's nothing special. It's quiet. It's unassuming. It's not very interesting. It's okay. I mean, it's vanilla. I can't hate vanilla scent, right? It's impossible to hate a vanilla, but this is nothing special. I have no interest in getting a full bottle for sure. Okay, another one kind of in the same vein that has been quite popular lately is from Profumo di Firenze, a name that I cannot pronounce, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Buon Talenti. Again, similar type of scent. Although there are a lot more notes in this one. There is banana, apricot, peach, red fruits, coconut, vanilla, raspberry, cookie, toffee, caramel, musk. I mean, the notes sound pretty amazing. This is right up my alley. And I do feel like this scent is definitely a little bit more complex if we compare it to Escapade Gourmand, which is like a straight up vanilla with a bit of musk to me. This one definitely has more nuances. It is fruity. You're definitely getting a lot of fruits, and yes, there is a little bit of banana in the opening, which makes it a little bit interesting and kind of unique. Like I don't have any banana fragrances, nor have I tried. Perhaps I've tried something, but I definitely don't have anything where, you know, there's a prominent note of banana. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, banana stands out, although yes, there are more fruits in there. Yes, there is this caramelly kind of sweetness in here. And then once it starts drying down, I do get raspberry. Like a raspberry really comes to the forefront for me and kind of overshadows the other fruits, bringing a little bit of like a little bit of sourness and maybe tartness to this. And I almost feel like there is like, I don't know, a little bit of whipped cream or maybe a little bit of ice cream in here, like especially in the dry down. Yeah, I definitely get that. Yeah, a little bit of whipped cream or ice cream. Like it's kind of a little bit milky, a little bit lactonic without fully going to that lactonic category. So yeah, it's also quiet. This scent is also quiet. It's not very projecting. It's not very strong. It's not very long lasting. It is definitely more interesting, like I said, than Escapade Gourmand because it has more nuances. It has some fruitiness in it. It has some almost milky quality. It does have the note of banana, which again, to me is unique. So yeah, it is a little bit more interesting. Do I need this one? I also don't think that I do because I don't know. I like it, but I'm not quite as impressed with it as I thought I would be. Like looking at the notes, I thought this would be something quite amazing. I mean, to me as a gourmand lover, I thought this would be something quite amazing. I mean, such interesting notes and so many like these amazing notes, but I found it slightly underwhelming. It didn't live up to my expectation, let's put it this way, but not a bad scent. And I don't think it's terribly expensive. So, you know, if you like these types of scents, this might be a good one to go for. Like I said, even though I'm not as impressed with it as I thought I would. I'm also keeping the scent kind of at the back of my mind because of that note of banana, which I find quite interesting and quite unique. So this is something that I definitely want to test more to see kind of how I feel about it sort of long term. But for now, nice, but not outstanding. I have one more kind of in the same category of vanilla caramel type of scents, and that is Vinnie Chanel from Epico. Never heard about this house before, never heard about this fragrance until, you know, it started being talked about on YouTube, of course, and so I had to try it. Now, the notes in here are interesting. Candied fruits, fruity notes, lemon, peach blossom, white flowers, vanilla, caramel, benzoin, and musk. I mean, you can see a lot of similarities in, you know, the last, 3 fragrances that I've talked about. Now, I will tell you honestly that I don't know why, but this one, I actually decided to blind buy. So I don't have a sample of this one. I actually have a full bottle. Don't ask me why the other ones I decided to test and this one I just decided to blind buy. I have no idea. But that's the decision that I made and I'm standing by it. You know, I just got this one. I didn't share it in any of the hauls yet. It will come later, but I'm showing it to you in this video to be completely transparent that yes, I don't have a sample of this one. I actually have a full bottle that I blind bought. Okay, so what does it smell like? You know, when I first applied this, and I've tested these on my skin, obviously, I'm, you know, smelling them on blotters today, but I have tested all of them on my skin. And, you know, when I first sprayed this on my skin and on the blotter, it's the same. I was taken back at first because I can barely smell it. Like I almost don't smell it at all. It's so light. I thought, what's going on? But it kind of, I don't know, it needs, at least on my skin, well, but it's not just on the skin, on the blotter as well. But that's how my nose picks it up, you know? It needs a few minutes to sort of, I don't know, start developing, I guess. Because the first few minutes, I almost don't smell anything at all. And then the scent starts coming out and becoming stronger. Now, before I tell you what it smells like, I will also tell you that this one, the performance on this one is basically the same as in all the other ones. Maybe that's the thing with these caramel, vanilla types of scents. I don't know. But it's quiet. This scent is also quiet. It's not projecting and it's, you know, the lasting power is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. But the scent definitely sits very close to the skin, you know? Now, what does it smell like? Well, again, based on the notes, I expected this kind of interesting explosion of vanilla caramel with these fruits, you know, because there are fruity notes and there are candied fruits in here as well. And unfortunately, I gotta tell you, I don't get this explosion of fruits. This, to me, smells very, very similar to Escapade Gourmand. It really does. I mostly get vanilla, maybe with a little bit of caramel and musk, and that's mostly what I get. Now, in Escapade Gourmand, like I said, I get some kind of oily texture to it. I don't get it here. I find this one actually a little bit smoother than Escapade Gourmand, sort of slightly better put together in my opinion, but the scent profile is very, very similar. It's this, yeah, musky vanilla with a little bit of caramel. Basically, that's what I get here. So, am I a little disappointed? Yeah, I am a little disappointed. I expected so much more from this scent. I really did. And, you know, we'll see. Obviously, I have a full bottle now. I got to test it out more. I wanted to sort of, you know, stand around a little bit and sort of get over the travels and see if that's going to make any difference. I am going to test it out more, but at this point, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, if this is a scent that's going to stay in my collection. It's just a little too simple and too boring and a little bit too quiet. Now, what I will say here is if you enjoy this type of scent profile, you know, vanilla with caramel type of scent, you know, this real kind of gourmand. So out of all of these, I would actually recommend a scent that I talked about in my last testing video, and that is Bianco Latte from Giardino di Toscani, something like that. I think out of all of these, this is by far the best scent. It also smells like this vanilla with caramel, but it has some kind of something extra in it that makes it special, that makes it more interesting. And it has an amazing performance. I'm not sure if I mentioned it during the last video, but I've had a chance to wear it several times. Amazing performance, amazing. It projects so well. It lasts all day. It is so powerful. It is so potent. It is so delicious. So if I had to recommend a full bottle, without a doubt, I would say Bianco Latte. Out of all of these, Vinnie Chanel, Escapade Gourmand, one that I can't pronounce, the Lenti, whatever. Yeah, Bianco Latte is the best in that scent profile that I have tried. Okay, we are down to the last scent, and that is Atlas Fever from Ex Nihilo. Now, I've been curious about this one for a while, and I almost blind bought it around like holidays time, you know, when there were some sales going on. And because Ex Nihilo fragrances are quite expensive, you know, I sort of hesitated and didn't, and I wanted to test it first. So let's start with the notes. We have incense, red berries, narcissus, vanilla, tonka bean, oak, gaiac wood, sandalwood, and cedar. And you know, more than anything else, what concerned me about this scent was narcissus, because to be honest with you, I don't know how this flower smells. Have I smelled it in the past? It's quite possible, but I just don't remember how it smells. So I don't know, it kind of scared me. And when I first got it, you know, I put it on the blotter first. I smelled it and I thought, oh, thank God I didn't get it because I don't really like it. It had very strong incense note. And more than that, I almost felt like right in the opening, it has some kind of spice added in, like something like, I don't know, rosemary or thyme or something like that. Like it has savory spice type of vibe together with incense. Then I thought, okay, no, I'm really curious about this one. I gotta test it on my skin for sure. And this is the one thing I would say about this fragrance. You've gotta test it on the skin because it is so much better on the skin. It is so much different on the skin. Well, maybe not so different, but it's better. On the skin, it's so much better. Now, on the skin, I still got a lot of incense for sure. It's in the top notes here. And yes, you do get it right away. And I still get a little bit of that savory, spicy smell scent as well, but definitely not as strong on my skin as on a blotter. That savory spice kind of thing, and I don't know, maybe it's incense that's giving off that kind of scent. I would guess so. That goes away in a matter of minutes. Really, in less than 5 minutes, it's gone. And you get this beautiful incense. It's strong. You gotta like incense to like this fragrance, but it's beautiful. And then as it starts drying down, I mean, you know, I read this, I think somewhere on Fragrantica or in someone's review, I don't know. Somebody wrote that, you know, you gotta wait for the dry down. And that is so true with this fragrance. The beauty of this scent is definitely in a dry down. When it starts drying down, it becomes absolutely magical. So beautiful. It gets that, it's woody, it's very creamy. There is a lot of sandalwood in here. It's a little bit sweet, not too much. You know, berries, I never really get berries in this one, to be honest. It's more this milky, creamy texture with some incense thrown in, you know? I would say if you like fragrances like Blanche Bête or what is it called from Zadig and Voltaire? I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put a bottle here, you know, the white bottle. If you like those types of scents, you will definitely like this one. It's kind of going in the same direction, but it is different. Oh, I think it's called This Is Her, Zadig and Voltaire. I think that's the name. So yeah, it's not quite as dense or as sharp or as sweet as This Is Her, because I find that one a little bit too much. And it's not purely this, you know, lactonic, creamy, kind of light scent that Blanche Bête is to me. Like this is sort of probably more of a combination of the two with a lot of incense thrown in. But you get this amazing kind of woody, creamy, lactonic scent with a lot of incense. Yeah, that's what it is. You can tell. I love this one. I love this one. This is so, so beautiful. Stunning, stunning. For those of you that love sandalwood, yes, this is a scent for you. I think this is a scent for you. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I must have a bottle. Now I am mad that I didn't blind buy it with a discount. I could have purchased it with a discount. So I am waiting. I'm waiting for any of the stores that carry this to have at least some kind of discount, because the fragrance is really expensive, and I'm definitely adding a bottle of this to my collection. Love, love, love this one. It's gorgeous. So there you go. These are the fragrances that we've tested today. Please let me know if you've tried any of these. What are your opinions about them? Or maybe I piqued your interest and you would like to try some of these. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to comment, and to subscribe. And I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.